Hello, my name is Tom Smith, and I'm a longtime parishioner here at St. Nicholas. When our daughter Carla, who had bipolar disorder, ultimately died by suicide at age 26 in 2003, we of course grieved and still grieve her death very deeply. The problem with suicide is that the why question haunts people who are suicide survivors, people who lose somebody to suicide. And that sense of loss and all the emotions that go with it, from the guilt, what could I have done, what should I have done, what might I have done, the regret, the intense frustration, the just simply missing her, the anger that comes that somebody's got to be blamed for this, and it wasn't her because she had a mental illness that created the situation where she died. But dealing with that kind of grief is a very unique experience. And I don't know how many of you have been exposed to in your family or among friends to a death by suicide. But one of the issues about suicide grief is that those kinds of feelings and emotions that I just mentioned, they are so intense, usually even more intense than they are when another loved one dies by another means, because there are so many unanswered questions. And in trying to pull apart those very intense emotions is an extremely difficult task. It can be done, and it's done through the process that I ultimately call assimilation. By assimilation, I mean that the grief of that kind of death, and other kinds of griefs and losses too, are assimilated when you are able to experience other things in life that carry joy with them and that bring you happiness, and you can laugh again. That doesn't happen automatically, and it doesn't happen quickly. But when you are able to get to that point, you have assimilated that experience into your life of experiences. And what's helpful in doing that is a faith community like we have here at St. Nicholas. I remember when Carla died, she was buried from here. And the support we got from Bishop Wilton Gregory, from Father Bill, whose wisdom in handling that is reflected in all of the wisdom that he shows in all of his homilies, as we all know, that is absorbed and experienced by a whole wide group within the parish. And being a part of that kind of community, myself in particular, through a small faith group, through Dialogue with the Word, through other associations that I have here, all of that at the time of Carla's death in 2003 became an extremely valuable resource for me to get through that, and for Fran, my wife, also. So look to your faith community for that kind of support when you have troubled times. Thank you.